Have you ever cradled a hope so fragile it could shatter with a single breath, yet clung to it as if it were your last anchor to the world? Can you taste the salt of tears unshed, the weight of a trust that could either save or doom you? In The Trust of Innocence, Episode 16 of To Be Hero X, released on July 20th, 2025, the air hums with the faint crackle of a city on the edge, its neon veins pulsing with promises and betrayals. Picture a rooftop under a sky bruised purple, where a single gesture could mend a heart or break it forever. This isn't just a story, it's a pulse, a trembling vow etched in starlight, echoing the moments you've dared to trust against all odds. Do you recall the tender ache of Clannad's family bonds? The raw hope of Full Metal Alchemist's Elric brothers? Those symphonies of heart and sacrifice sing again here, not as echoes but as a vibrant crescendo, demanding you surrender to their call. In a metropolis where trust is a currency burned into flesh, where faith fuels heroes and doubt devours them, To Be Hero X weaves a world of flickering neon and fragile hearts. Nuono, a girl with eyes like clouded moons, stands at the heart of this episode, her delicate frame belying a spirit that clings to hope amidst fear. Voiced by an uncredited performer whose soft cadence quivers with unspoken loss, Nuono is a daughter haunted by absence, her trust in her father, Ghostblade, a flickering flame in a storm. Have you ever yearned for someone you could only know through shadows? Ghostblade, cloaked in gold and black, moves like a specter, his blades whispering secrets he cannot voice, his muted intensity a silent scream of devotion. Lowly, the pink-haired engineer, brings her clanking battlesuit to the fray, her fiery resolve a counterpoint to Nuono's quiet strength, voiced by Chun Jin-won with a spark that ignites the screen. Can you feel the electric hum of their world, the weight of a city that both exalts and breaks its heroes? These characters are not just figures, they're fragments of your own hopes, urging you to stand beside them in their trembling trust. What does it mean to trust when every instinct screams betrayal, to hold faith in a world that thrives on doubt? Episode 16 plunges into Nuono's fragile heart, where every glance at Ghostblade is a gamble, a hope that her father's shadow holds love, not danger. Her struggle is a universal cry, to believe in someone when the world calls them a monster. Have you ever staked your heart on a truth no one else sees? Ghostblade's silent vigil, his blades sheathed yet ever ready, wrestles with the agony of protecting from afar, while Lowly's fierce loyalty to Nuono questions the cost of standing by another's side. The episode dares to ask, can trust survive the crucible of fear? I find myself haunted by Nuono's trembling hope, a mirror to every time you've dared to believe despite the scars. The alien force of fear, twisting trust into terror, raises chilling questions about the fragility of belief. Like the heart-wrenching bonds of your lie in April, this episode forces you to confront the delicate dance of trust and betrayal, leaving you aching to know if Nuono's faith will endure. The animation, a masterful weave by PB Animation, Land Studio, and Paper Plane Animation, is a tapestry of light and shadow that breathes with emotion. The city's neon skyline pulses with cold ambition, yet Nuono's rooftop haven glows with the soft purples of dusk, a fragile sanctuary amidst chaos. Have you ever seen a sky that felt like a promise, its beauty a fleeting lie? Close-ups of Nuono's eyes, wide with hope and fear, capture a soul on the edge, while low-angle shots of Ghostblade's silhouette loom with silent strength. The interplay of light, neon flickering against rain-slicked steel, casts Nuono as both fragile and fierce, each frame a brushstroke of trust's delicate weight. I think the rooftop scene, with its swirling stars and trembling shadows, is a visual symphony, though I didn't like the occasional overuse of lens flares, which dazzle but distract like a false dawn. The animation's texture, fluid yet raw, feels like brushing your fingers over damp stone, a tactile echo of Nuono's fragile hope. Some whisper that the episode's focus on Nuono's quiet trust slows the series' kinetic pulse, a deliberate pause in a world of chaos. Yet, this gentle rhythm is no flaw, it's a masterstroke, letting the weight of her faith settle like dew on your soul, each moment a testament to her unyielding heart. Others might claim the father-daughter dynamic feels familiar, echoing countless anime bonds. Yet, this familiarity is transformed into a raw, aching portrait of trust, making Nuono's hope a universal cry against doubt. The flame of heroism never dims. It burns brighter in the face of skepticism, proving icons like Nuono are eternal. Can you resist a story that turns trust into a battlefield, where every heartbeat is a revolution? Hiroyuki Sawano's soundtrack is a living pulse, its soft strings and pulsing beats a heartbeat of hope that wraps around Nuono's fragile faith like a warm embrace. The OST's tender motif during her rooftop moment feels like a whisper of love, while the clank of Ghostblade's blades hums with restrained agony. Have you ever heard a melody that felt like your own unspoken hope? The sound effects, the soft patter of rain, the distant hum of the city, legacy, are so vivid you can taste the damp air. I really appreciate the silence during Nuono's trembling glance at Ghost Blade, a vacuum that amplifies her fragile trust, pulling you into her heart. Yet, I think the OST's reliance on familiar Nuono motifs risks fading into earlier arcs, a faint echo in an otherwise haunting score. There's a moment when the world holds its breath, when a daughter's hope meets a father's silence, and a single gesture ignites a truth that could either bind or break. It's not just a revelation but a collision of hearts, where Nuono's trust faces a force that threatens to shatter her world. Picture the air heavy with the scent of rain and regret, the rooftop trembling as if the stars themselves weep. This moment, bathed in the glow of dusk and neon, redefines Nuono's faith, leaving a question hanging like a fragile thread. What does it mean to trust when the truth could destroy you? The tension is a live wire, crackling with the promise of heartbreak, urging you to witness the fallout. Can you feel the weight of a hope that trembles, the ache of a trust that could save or doom? To be Hero X, Episode 16 is not a story to be watched. It's a heartbeat to be felt, a symphony of faith and shadows that weaves your own struggles into its fragile threads. Will you stand with Nuono, where every glance is a gamble, every hope a defiance of the world's verdict? This episode demands your soul, your courage to face the mirror of your own trust. Are you ready to step into the neon dusk, to witness the trust of innocence, and uncover the truths it holds, truths that might just redefine the hope in your soul? Click watch now, and let Nuono's faith become your own. Have you ever carried a burden not your own, a legacy that binds you like chains forged from the dreams of those who came before? Can you feel the crushing weight of expectations, the bitter ash of a past that shapes your every step? In The Weight of Legacy, Episode 17 of To Be Hero X, released on July 27, 2025, the air crackles with the electric hum of a city teetering on the edge, its neon heart pulsing with secrets and sacrifices. Picture a shattered arena, dust swirling like ghosts under a blood-red sky, where every choice echoes across generations. This isn't just a story, it's a requiem, a haunting vow that reverberates with the battles you fought to define yourself against the shadows of history. Do you recall the relentless duty of Demon Slayer's Tanjiro, the inherited pain of Naruto's Sasuke? Those sagas of legacy burn anew here, not as faded memories but as a searing flame, demanding you step into its crucible, and a metropolis where trust is a currency carved into souls, where faith fuels heroes and betrayal breaks them. To Be Hero X weaves a world of neon scars and whispered oaths. Ghostblade, known as Wang Yi, stands at the heart of this episode, his gold and black silhouette a monument to a past he cannot escape. Voiced by an uncredited performer whose muted ferocity cuts like a blade, Ghostblade is a father and assassin, his every step weighed by the legacy of his choices, his blades gleaming with the ghosts of those he's failed. Have you ever felt the shadow of another's dreams pressing against your heart? Nuono, his daughter, carries the weight of his absence, her eyes like shattered stars, voiced with fragile resolve that trembles with hope and fear. Lowly, the pink-haired engineer, clanks into the fray, her battle suit a defiant spark, voiced by Chun Jinwon with a fire that burns through doubt. Can you taste the dust of their world, the acrid bite of a city that exalts its heroes yet binds them to their past? These characters are not mere players, they're echoes of your own burdens, urging you to walk their haunted paths. What does it mean to carry a legacy that threatens to crush you, to fight for a future when the past clings like damp earth? Episode 17 plunges into Ghostblade's soul, where every silent swing of his blade is a battle against the weight of his family's history, a legacy that both defines and damns him. His struggle is a universal cry, to forge your own path when the world demands you follow another's. Have you ever stood beneath the shadow of expectations, your own dreams suffocating under their weight? Nuono's trembling hope, seeking a father she barely knows, wrestles with the pain of inherited wounds, while Loli's fierce resolve questions the cost of breaking free from history's chains. The episode dares to ask, can you rewrite a legacy without losing yourself? I find myself haunted by Ghostblade's silent burden, a mirror to every time you fought to escape the past. The alien force of fear, twisting trust into terror, raises chilling questions about the cost of carrying another's dreams. Like the soul-crushing duty of Fate/Zero, this episode forces you to confront the price of legacy, leaving you yearning to know if Ghostblade can break free. The animation, a symphony by PB Animation, Land Studios. studio, and paper plane animation, is a visceral dance of light and ruin. The shattered arena pulses with desolate reds and grays, its crumbling stone a testament to broken promises. Yet Ghostblade's blades gleam with defiant gold. Have you ever seen a battlefield that felt like a grave, its silence screaming of loss? Close-ups of Ghostblade's eyes, hollow yet resolute, capture a soul tethered to duty, while Dutch tilts in the arena's chaos disorient, mirroring his fractured spirit. The interplay of shadow neon flickering against cracked stone casts Ghostblade as both hero and ghost, each frame a brushstroke of legacy's weight. I think the arena's collapse, dust swirling like a storm of regrets, is a visual masterpiece, though I didn't like the occasional overuse of static shots, which stall the flow like a held breath. The animation's texture, gritty yet luminous, feels like running your fingers over shattered marble, a tactile echo of Ghostblade's burden. Some whisper that the episode's focus on legacy slows the series' kinetic momentum, a deliberate pause in a world of chaos. Yet, this measured rhythm is no flaw, it's a masterstroke, letting the weight of Ghostblade's past settle like dust in your lungs, each moment a testament to his unyielding heart. Others might claim the family dynamic feels familiar, echoing countless anime legacies. Yet, this familiarity is transformed into a raw, aching portrait of duty, making Ghostblade's struggle a universal cry against fate. The flame of heroism never fades. It burns brighter in the face of doubt, proving icons like Ghostblade are eternal. Can you resist a story that turns legacy into a battlefield, where every step is a revolution? Hiroyuki Sawano's soundtrack is a living entity, its haunting strings and pulsing drums a heartbeat of duty that wraps around Ghostblade's struggle like a chain. The OST's mournful motif during his reflections feels like a blade slicing through hope, while the clank of his blades hums with the weight of his past. Have you ever heard a melody that felt like your own buried regrets? The sound effects, the crunch of rubble, the distant wail of the city, are so vivid you can taste the dust of ruin. I really appreciate the silence during Ghostblade's stand against the chaos, a vacuum that amplifies his silent resolve, pulling you into his heart. Yet, I think the OST's reliance on familiar Sawano chords risks blending into earlier arcs, a faint echo in an otherwise searing score. There's a moment when the world crumbles, when a father's blade meets a daughter's hope, and a truth ignites that could either bind or break. It's not just a revelation but a collision of legacies, where Ghostblade's duty faces a force that threatens to shatter all he's fought for. Picture the air thick with the scent of dust and blood, the arena trembling as if the earth itself mourns. This moment, bathed in the glow of neon and ruin, redefines Ghostblade's path, leaving a question hanging like a falling star. What does it mean to carry a legacy when it could destroy those you love? The tension is a live wire, crackling with the promise of heartbreak, urging you to witness the fallout. Can you feel the weight of a legacy that binds, the ache of a duty that could save or doom? To be Hero X, Episode 17 is not a story to be watched. It's a burden to be felt, a symphony of blades and regrets that weaves your own struggles into its shattered stone. Will you stand with Ghostblade, where every swing is a defiance of fate, every silence a battle against the past? This episode demands your soul, your courage to face the mirror of your own burdens. Are you ready to step into the neon ruin, to witness the weight of legacy, and uncover the truths it holds, truths that might just redefine the chains on your soul? Click watch now, and let Ghostblade's burden become your own. Have you ever faced a truth so raw it burned, a revelation that tore through your soul like a blade through silk? Can you taste the bitter sting of secrets unveiled, the weight of a reality that shifts beneath your feet? In The Shattered Veil, Episode 18 of To Be Hero X, released on August 3, 2025, the air is heavy with the acrid scent of betrayal, the faint hum of a city unraveling under the pressure of hidden truths. Picture a neon-lit skyline fracturing like glass, each crack a whisper of a world about to break. This isn't just a story, it's a reckoning, a pulse of raw honesty that echoes the moments you've faced your own hidden fears. Do you recall the gut-wrenching clarity of Death Note's light, the unraveling truths of Stein's Gates Okabe? Those sagas of revelation blaze anew here, not as echoes but as a searing light, demanding you step into its glare, and a metropolis where trust is a currency etched in blood, where faith fuels heroes and secrets shatter them. To Be Hero X crafts a world of neon scars and trembling hopes. Lowly, the pink-haired engineer, returns to the forefront, her battlesuit a clanking defiance against a society that underestimates her. Voiced by Chun Jin-won, whose fiery cadence crackles with suppressed rage, Lowly is a genius scarred by the world's refusal to see her mind, her circuits glowing with the heat of truth. Have you ever felt your worth buried beneath another's gaze? Ghostblade, known as Wang Yi, lurks in the shadows, his gold and black silhouette a specter of secrets, his muted intensity a silent scream of guilt. Nuono, his daughter, carries the weight of revelations, her her eyes like fractured moons, voiced with a fragile resolve that trembles with newfound knowledge. Can you feel the electric pulse of their world, the bitter tang of a city that exalts its heroes yet buries them in lies? These characters are not mere figures. They're shards of your own truths, urging you to walk their fractured paths. What does it mean to face a truth that could destroy everything you've built, to stand in the light when shadows feel safer? Episode 18 plunges into Loli's heart, where every gear she crafts is a rebellion against a world that hides its darkness behind neon smiles. Her struggle is a universal cry, to expose the truth when it risks breaking those you love. Have you ever stood at the edge of honesty, knowing it could shatter your world? Ghostblade's silent burden, carrying secrets that bind him to Nuono, wrestles with the cost of revelation, while Nuono's fragile hope questions the price of knowing too much. The episode dares to ask, can truth set you free, or does it merely break you? I find myself haunted by Loli's fierce resolve, a mirror to every time you've faced a truth too heavy to bear. The alien force of fear, twisting trust into terror, raises chilling questions about the cost of unveiling reality. Like the soul-shattering revelations of Evangelion, this episode forces you to confront the fragility of truth, leaving you aching to know if Loli's light will endure. The animation, a masterful weave by PB Animation, Land Studio, and Paper Plane Animation, is a tapestry of light and fracture. The city's neon skyline pulses with deceptive vibrance, its colors splintering like glass under Loli's defiant gaze. Have you ever seen a world that felt like a lie, its beauty cracking under scrutiny? Close-ups of Loli's eyes, alight with fury and fear, capture a soul on the brink, while Dutch tilts in the chaos of Revelation's disorient, mirroring her racing heart. The interplay of shadow neon fracturing against shattered steel casts Loli as both hero and harbinger, each frame a brushstroke of truth's raw edge. I think the sequence of the city's unraveling, with its splintering lights and swirling debris, is a visual symphony, though I didn't like the occasional overuse of rapid cuts, which jar like a skipped heartbeat. The animation's texture, sharp yet brittle, feels like running your fingers over cracked glass, a tactile echo of Loli's shattering world. Some whisper that the episode's focus on revelations slows the series' kinetic pulse, a deliberate pause in a world of chaos. Yet, this measured rhythm is no flaw, it's a masterstroke, letting the weight of truth settle like ash in your throat, each moment a testament to Loli's unyielding spirit. Others might claim the unraveling of secrets feels familiar, echoing countless anime twists. Yet, this familiarity is transformed into a raw, aching portrait of truth, making Loli's defiance a universal cry against deception. The flame of heroism never dims. It burns brighter in the face of doubt, proving icons like Loli are eternal. Can you resist a story that turns truth into a battlefield, where every revelation is a revolution? Hiroyuki Sawano's soundtrack is a living pulse, its soaring strings and pounding drums a heartbeat of truth that wraps around Loli's struggle like a storm. The OST's crescendo during her stand against the city's lies feels like a fist-shattering glass, while the soft hum of Nuono's moments trembles with fragile hope. Have you ever heard a melody that felt like your own buried truths? The sound effects, the crack of breaking steel, the distant wail of a city in chaos, are so vivid you can taste the ozone of betrayal. I really appreciate the silence during Loli's confrontation, a vacuum that amplifies her fierce resolve, pulling you into her heart. Yet, I think the OST's reliance on familiar Sawano motifs risks blending into earlier arcs, a faint echo in an otherwise electrifying score. There's a moment when the world splits open, when a girl's defiance meets a city's secrets, and a truth ignites that could either save or destroy. It's not just a revelation but a collision of destinies, where Loli's courage faces a force that threatens to unravel all she's fought for. Picture the air thick with the scent of scorched circuits and regret, the ground trembling as if the city itself weeps. This moment, bathed in the glow of neon and ruin, redefines Loli's path, leaving a question hanging like a broken blade. What does it mean to seek truth when it could break those you love? The tension is a live wire, crackling with the promise of chaos, urging you to witness the fallout. Can you feel the weight of a truth that burns, the ache of a revelation that could save or doom? To be Hero X, Episode 18 is not a story to be watched, it's a reckoning to be felt, a symphony of light and lies that weaves your own struggles into its fractured glass. Will you stand with Loli, where every gear turns against deception, every truth a defiance of the world's verdict? This episode demands your soul, your courage to face the mirror of your own hidden fears. Are you ready to step into the neon fracture, to witness the shattered veil, and uncover the truths it holds, truths that might just redefine the light in your soul? Click watch now, and let Loli's reckoning become your own.